How's it, Gavin Ace here from the old Paracow store. Today we're doing a video on 40 Buick. We tried to make a new boot for the 40 Buick with a hammer and dolly basically and a welder. Yeah, we'll show you our process there and what we did. We had a visit from Moondog over from Tasmania, and he's coming back to play in a couple of weeks, so music will be from Moondog. Good to see him. It'll be good to see him back in a few weeks. You can come out and watch him play, him and the whole band. They're awesome. So come and check them out. Right, we're going to cut this floor out. Trying to make a new one. Get these off, get the spot welds off. We'll chuck these in the molasses, see how they come up. The old boot floor. And we've cut our tank mounts out. Split the spot welds off. So now we're going to try and get a template of this, put back in here, and I don't think we can get it in one piece, so we'll worry about that later. So we've marked out our floor panel on a sheet of steel. I've tried to work out where the well goes on the paper now. Got that on there.
When I left my home, I was bound to do some traveling on. When I left my home, I was bound to do some traveling on. Well, traveling on, that's the reason I left my home. I went down to the river, down to the river to sing. I went down to the river, down to the river to sing. Yeah, the man, he told me I couldn't do my thing. Rolling down. Well, 10 days later, the clouds came rolling down. I was running through the rain and hiding from the wind. I went down to the pier, the ocean was cold and gray. I went down to the pier, the ocean was cold and gray. Well, that was the day I found a place to stay.
So we've got one side sitting in there. I think we'll attack the other side. And then we'll try and get the back piece in there. Then we'll knock some swages into it. We're starting to look like something. Bit of luck. So we welded that piece in. We'll give it a grind up. And we'll attack this back bit. Alright, got the two sides done. Now we're just going to shape up and fill in that back. Probably do it in at least two pieces, maybe three bits. Probably 3 bits, I think. And then we're getting a little bit of water in here that when I'm going to press the beads in or hammer them in, that should strengthen that up. Put these in the molasses, which should already be in there, and then they will get welded on the bottom. Right, so we've made our corner, marked out where our humps are in our old, and we've tried to form the edges to the rough shape of it. And now we're going to cut, we've made a cardboard template, cut a steel one out, put the appropriate bends in it, make it fit in there. It'll turn out something like the original floor. Hopefully no one parks a 40 Buick right next door and lifts up the carpet in the boot and has a look. But it should be fairly close enough that at a glance it will look like original. Marked our template out onto a bit of steel. We'll cut it out, see if we can make it fit. Seemed to work out alright, so we'll grind her up, see what we've got. Ground her all up. Now we'll have a go at this last bit. So we're just trying to beat some shape, get our corners somewhere near it, and then we'll cut our patch out.
My friends can see me, my friends can see me now. Well, I'd finish this verse and then I'd take a bow. Baby too. You can be my baby. I can be your baby too. You can scratch around my farmyard, play that hoochie coo. You can be queen bee, be your minstrel man. You can be queen bee, I can be your minstrel man. You can let me in the royal chamber, play that mojo hand.
Good. Yeah. Back up this way, eh?
Oh, we've just been over for a holiday.
Oh,
That place in Tasmania, huh?
oh, in Tasmania?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've got a bit uninterrupted there, but in the tripod run out, so any of power. So we're going to tap this corner in, and then we'll beat that around into the shape we want. Right, there's our boot floor made. We've just got to put some swages in the bottom of it and weld the thickenings on it, but we're going to try and fit it in the car and make sure it actually fits first. Do all that work. As long as I've got the angles on here near enough, it should miss the shock towers. Or we might have to alter it. So the only way we can get our floor pan back in this boot is we'll grind these rivets out, and this has got a bit of angle iron welded onto it, hopefully not for rust, bumper or something like that. So anyway, we'll drill these rivets out, take this back piece out, then we can slide our floor pan up and fit it. This back piece is going to have to be removed, and I think we've sunk, the whole thing's sunk, looking at the engine mounts, the body mounts and the floor in there. So yeah, we'll grind this out. So we've got the cross member out, and it had a whole bit of bar weld in here, or maybe a tow bar or something. We've got that off. But angle on, that's rubbish. But the rest of it doesn't look too bad. So we'll give her a bit of a straighten out, chuck her in the molasses bath and see what we've got left. Right, got the rivets out, ground it up. And we'll stick her in the molasses with these. See what they come up like. Right, she's in there roughly. Not too bad. So we've got to go in a bit deeper. So we're going to have to trim her a little bit and work out where to put our mounts in. We're going to take that top plate, top thickening out. And at the back here, it's got a 2-inch thing that sits on top of the chassis. And this has got to be folded over 40mm. But we want to get it to fit in here. We've still got to finish bodywork in the tray and put beads in it, but we just want to get it so it fits in here and in the right place, and it's going to clear chassis and everything. We're just cutting this bit out, big hole in it, a bit rusty. So we're going to redo that bit. We're going to leave this piece in, and we're going to lap that floor under the old piece for now, and then we'll attack this. I think we can save this, patch the end of that one. We can save all this, and then we're going to do up here is had it, but I'll worry about that later on. So at the moment, we're trying to get this out. I can't put this in the bead roller, so I'm just made up a template. I'm going to weld each end onto that and see if I can't make that swage. So that worked pretty good. So we'll just shorten up our template and we'll tack that on there, and then we'll have a bash at the circle. Right, we've got a couple of swages in here. We need to tidy them up a bit. But we're basically getting there. Then I flip this thing over and we're going to have to put an indent in for our filler, and they've got these other two swages on there, so we're going to make them up. And then we're going to make this. So that's too rough, quite thick steel. Might be panel steel size. No, but we'll see what we got for that. But that's our mission today, sort that out. Right, so we're just fabricating up this back brace. That was steel we had recycled. So we're just going to weld another angle on that, then put our thickenings on for our mounts. Then we're going to put our extra swages in. So that's the old mount. So we're going to make those two mounting brackets. Right. So we put that one in there. Now we'll do a couple of V cuts, cut that piece out, the other piece in there, grind it up, and then we're going to drill our holes in it, and we're about done for that piece. I'm going to add a bit on that back. We've painted the bits we can't reach when the floor's in, and then we'll attack it from underneath later on, and from the sides when we get in there. We've painted the chassis, made a back cross member out with the fuel straps, mounting points. We've still got to get our cross member back, but we can at least clamp that there and fit the boot properly. Put a cross member, a couple of spaces to get our mounts right. Painted up the chassis, got rubber mounts there. Oh, we've got to drill some holes the right size in this. So there we go. She's sitting in there, but on our mounts, it's 20 mils too high. And I am thinking, looking at this, I think the back of the car has dropped. I would say at least that 20. So we're going to fix that up. We'll trim that along there, and then we'll be able to jack the car up to sit on the chassis properly, tack the wheel arches in. Then when we rebuild this floor, I don't know what that looks like. That's our mount, that's how much we've sunk down, I'd say. So if you're sitting on the mount, you've got at least 15 mil there, maybe 20 mil there. Got our floor almost ready to put into the car, and we put the bits and pieces in molasses. So that's 2 weeks in the molasses, and then hopefully we can tack them all onto the bits and pieces back on the car and on the boot, and then get the boot in and get it tacked in, but that'll be another video. So we're just going to carry on tubbing out the 52 Chev and doing the floor pans in the meantime. That and molasses. Water 10 to 1. Right, so we've welded a tub in here so the tyre will miss, and then we've just started trying to form this piece. We're going to put a little patch in there to tidy that up, and then we'll cut this rust out. We'll try and join this piece onto down here. A bit more hammering and shaping. Thanks for watching. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. It costs you nothing, helps us out, helps the store out, and we really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, mate.